We did try to move forward with a necessity defense. Yeah, I pled not guilty. I had two co-defendants who were offered plea deals, but I was never offered a plea
Oh,
deal.
okay.
If I was, I'm not sure if I would take it. They pled guilty to larceny, and I wasn't given that deal. I had to go to trial for burglary. So yeah, I was facing three charges of felony burglary for three different visits to the facility. So that was a total of 21 years in prison if I had been given consecutive sentences to the max.
Wow. Can I just say, I mentioned that I knew the lawyer on your case, and can I just say that at the time we discussed the necessity defense.
You
Just probably
what?
that's the whole story that started me thinking about, oh, there's this defense out here, which is basically kind of a lesser of two evils kind of concept. You could do something that would be illegal if it's to prevent something that's worse than the harm the crime would cause. So anyway, I just got excited when you said that. Of course, the courts get away with it by not letting you present it to the jury. But even though you weren't allowed to present your case adequately, you were acquitted of a lot of the charges, right?
Yeah, so and I guess the jury, I don't know what it was. Like it was our legal strategy was to show the conditions inside the facility, and for some reason the judge did allow us to show some still photos and some limited video of the facility. And we were just hoping that by saying these, we were rescuing these animals, we were not stealing them. And I actually testified. So I was up on the stand, having to face the prosecutor and cross-examination and all that. But we thought putting me in front of the jury and having me talk about why I went in there, we could potentially get an acquittal. And so, yeah, I was acquitted on all the counts of burglary and the three counts of larceny, and only convicted of three counts of trespass. So yeah, we thought that was a victory at the time. I mean, I was
Well, it kind
thrilled.
of was. I mean, you'd
Yeah,
still be in prison, Adam. So,
I could be.
so I would count that as at least a semi victory. It's very similar to the Utah DXC case in a lot of ways because they were also not allowed to plead a necessity defense to make that argument. But the jury ended up acquitting them, and they were able to bring in the condition of the hens. In that case, it was pigs. The condition of the pigs because one of their arguments had to do with the value of the pig. So they actually did get some, and that's what's so important is getting before the jury some indication of what the hell is actually going on in those places. And I mean, juries are made up of human beings who like actually react, I would say. So I would say that was a very important part of your case, that the jury managed to see some of that.